Okay, so we're diving into something big today. The server meshing test D report. You know, the one the devs just put out. It's got some juicy detail.
Yeah, this is exciting stuff. We're talking about tech that could change online gaming as we know it.
Exactly. But for anyone just tuning in, maybe we should back up a bit. What exactly is server meshing and why should, like, the average gamer care?
Right. So basically picture this. You're in a game world, right?
Yeah.
But instead of being limited to, say, 100 players on a server, imagine thousands, all interacting seamlessly.
Like no lag, even with that many people.
That's the goal. Server meshing breaks down those traditional server barriers, creating one massive interconnected world.
Okay, that makes sense. So this report on Test D, it's basically us getting a sneak peek at how they're, like, making that dream a reality.
Spot on. And one of the things that really jumped out, at least to me, was the progress they've made on optimization since that last test, Test C.
Oh, yeah. That was rough. Remember all those complaints about lag when things got crowded?
Right, well, this time around, they really seem to have cracked it. The report mentions a densely populated spaceport, tons of players all crammed in, and almost no performance issues.
So they actually got those optimizations to work. That's huge, right?
Absolutely. If they can make this consistent, keep those frame rates smooth, even with insane player counts, it opens up a world of possibilities for game design.
Okay, so it's not all sunshine and roses, though, right? Because I was reading about some new crash they hit.
Yeah, so there's this new crash that's popping up, and it seems linked to, well, massive player numbers, like way more than they've ever tested before.
So kind of a good problem to have in a way. Like, it means they're pushing the limits further than ever before.
Exactly. Plus, knowing that the crash only happens at those peak numbers, it gives the devs something very specific to focus on.
It's like trying to solve a puzzle, right? Each test gives them more pieces.
And some pieces are trickier than others. Because, speaking of puzzles, they're still wrestling with those player teleportation glitches.
Oh man, those are so jarring. I read about some poor players getting stuck, even taking damage because the game couldn't figure out where they were supposed to be.
Yeah, it sounds like those massive amounts of data flying around, with everyone's positions constantly updating. It's just too much for the system to handle smoothly in certain situations.
Especially in tight spaces, like that tram system they mentioned. Oof, can you imagine teleporting mid-ride? Recipe for disaster.
And that's what's so interesting about this report. It's not just numbers and charts. You get these little glimpses of what it actually felt like to be in the test. Packed trams, a bustling spaceport.
It's like they're painting a picture of the future of gaming, even if it's cut short by a crash right now.
For sure. It's like getting a taste of something amazing, knowing that the full meal is still being cooked.
Exactly. And that's what makes me so eager for Test E. Will they be able to fix the crash? Will those optimizations hold up under pressure? So many questions.
And hopefully some answers, or at least more clues when we get our hands on that next report.
Can't wait. This server meshing stuff is a wild ride, and we're just strapping in.
Couldn't have said it better myself.